Hello children, how are you? Welcome back to my channel Studies Forever. We have already learned half lesson. The lesson name is Unit 6, True Height. So just I want to recall some points about the lesson. The lesson True Height is the story of a blind boy, I told you already, who at the age of 17 clears pole vault bar, that is the height of 17 feet and 6.5 inches. Okay. The title of the story, The True Height, refers to the height of the boy's personality and his determination to succeed in spite of his handicap. The boy was being handicapped. This shows the determination of the boy here. So the boy's name was what? Michael Stone, and the mother was always used and son, and the boy name is Michael Stone. He is the son of Brett Stone, the father's name, and mother's name was Milfred Stone. Since childhood, Michael dreamed of flying. Always he used to fly. Means the dream was that the mother used to read his many stories about flying. Her excitement, passion for detail made Michael dream full of color and beauty. But his father was a realist and he believes in hard work and sweat. So here I stop the lesson. Okay. So let us continue from here. All Michael wants today seem to be the reward of his hard work. See, he got the reward. He got the reward of his hard work. That we are seeing here. He cleared the bar at 17 feet 2 inches and 17 feet 4 inches and became one of the final two competitors in the pole vaulting event at the National Junior Olympics. See, due to determination, even being his handicapped, that due to determination and his hard work, he was the final two competitor. He became one of the final two competitors in the National Junior Olympics by clearing the bar at 17 feet 2 inches and 17 feet 4 inches. Constant preparation and the determination were his strength as he lay on his back and heard the crowd groan. Groan means the sound. He knew the other vaulter had missed his final jump. See, he knew it. The other vaulter missed his final jump, and he was the constant preparation and determination and his strength led him to stand here. And he knew it was a time for his final jump since the other vaulter had fear misses. Michael needed to clear this wall to win. A miss would get him second place. Means if he missed the final jump, he would be a second place. He would get a second place here. Nothing to be ashamed of. See, nothing to be feeling shame of that he is getting second place. But Michael would not allow himself the thought of not winning the first place. See what he is thinking himself. Even though he is already a finalist, their competitor. If he doesn't get the first place, he is not feeling himself as ashamed being a second place there. Then he thought that flying as high, two-story building fascinates and anyone watching it. See, flying that. And he had cleared already the bar of 17 feet 2 inches and 17 feet 4 inches and became the final competitor. So the stadium was filled with 20,000 people. Michael was immediately swarmed by people. See here. He rolled over and did his ritual push-ups. He found his pole, stood up and stepped on the runway that led to the most challenging event of his 17-year-old life. See, it was a most challenging event for the Michael there, that he was just a 17 years old boy. The runway felt different this time. It startled him for a brief moment. The bar was set at 9 inches. See, first the bar was set at the 9 inches higher than his personal best. That's only one inch of the national record. He thought. The intensity of the movement filled his mind with anxiety. See, the intensity means the inner, the intensity of the movement filled his mind with anxiety. See, intensity means the boy's strong inequality or feeling. It filled in a anxiety, here fear. Just he got a fear there. He began shaking off the tension from his body. He began shuddering there. It wasn't working. He became more tense, more and more tense he became. He began to get nervous. He had never experienced such feelings before. See, such feelings he had never experienced before. Then out of nowhere and from the deepest depth of his soul, he thought of his mother. See what he did? From the deepest depth of his soul, he thought of his mother. Why now? What was his mother doing in his thoughts at a time like this? It was simple. His mother always used to tell him to take deep breaths when he felt tensed, anxious or even scared. See, always Michael's mother, Mildred, used to tell him that when he feel tensed or anxious or scared of anything, just he has to take deep breath. So he did. What he did? So he recalled his just mother's words and he did that. Along with shaking the tension from his legs. See, the legs were shaking. He gently laid his pole at his feet. What he did? He gently laid the pole he was holding, he just gently laid that pole on his feet. He stretched out his arm and upper body. Just he stretched his body himself. The light breeze that was once there was now gone. See, just he got a light breeze. The tension, the nerves, the anxiety, everything, it gone away. He could feel a trickle of cold sweat running down his back. He carefully picked up his pole. He felt his heart pounding. He was sure the crowd did too. So there were so much of crowd because of the 20,000 people there. So that all anxiety, scaredness, everything it went away and he felt relaxed there. He was sure crowd did too. The silence was deafening. When he heard the singing of some distant robins in flight, he knew it was his time to fly. He was not hearing the crowd. It was like a deaf for him there. Just he became a deaf there. As he began sprinting down the runway, something felt wonderfully different and familiar. The surface below him felt like the country road he used to dream about. The rock and chunks of dirt, the vision of the golden wheat fields seemed to fill his thoughts. See, as he began sprinting down the runway, some things felt wonderfully like a dreamy, wonderfully different and familiar for him. Just he started. When he took a deep breath, see, just he was recalling himself, it was a wonderfully different and familiar like that, just looking just like a familiar for him. Then it happened, he began to fly, he started to fly. His takeoff was effortless. Michael Stone was now flying just like in his childhood dreams. See how the dream he used to see, that type he started flying himself. But this was real. Everything was moving in slow motion. The air around him was the purest and the freshest he had ever sensed. Michael was soaring with the majesty of an eagle. Just like an eagle, he was flying. It was either the eruption from the people in the stands at the thumbs of his landing that brought Michael back to earth. Again, he came to back to earth. On his back with that wonderful hot sun on his face. See, back and the hot sun on his face there. He could only imagine the smile on his mother's face. He is imagining that only his mother's face, the smile of his mother's, and here his dad's laughter. What he didn't know was that his dad was hugging his wife and crying harder than Wilfred had ever seen before, shedding tears of pride. See, this all he's just imagining itself that if I would get a first place or second place, this everything will be going to happen. Michael was immediately swarmed by people hugging and congratulating him on the greatest accomplishment of his life. Here, the stadium was filled with the 20,000 people. Michael was immediately swarmed. Just swarmed means here surrounded by himself, and the people hugging him, congratulating him. He later went on the clear 17 feet 6.5 inches the day. See that? So he has done with that a national and the international junior Olympics record. See, he set this record with all the media attention and heartfelt congratulations. So Michael's life would never be the same. It wasn't just because he had won the National Junior Olympic and set a new world record. See, it was a magnificent feat for the Michael there. Just he set a new record and he would never be the same for the other time. It wasn't because he had won the National Junior Olympic here. So, the Michael's life would never be the same. Being blind, he had won the National Olympic and set a new world record. And it wasn't because he has just increased his personal best by 9.5 inches. It was simple because of what? His strength, own height. So he had just increased his personal best by 9.5 inches. It was simply because of his true height and personality and determination, practice, everything. So Michael Stone was a blind. See, being a blind, he has come over his determination, practice, and he won the medal there. So I hope children you understood this lesson.